Hi, this is Amie at the Virtual Planetarium at Raritan Valley Community College. Let's take a look at some of the things we can see in the sky for the week of November 15th. I'll start with our upcoming moon phases. We've got a new moon today, November 15th, a first quarter moon on November 21st, and a full moon on November 30th. The moon has been used as a timekeeper for eons. Each culture gave a name to the different full moons to signify what time of year it is. The names that we often refer to come from a mix of Native American and Anglo-Saxon traditions. The November full moon is sometimes called the Beaver Moon because this is the time they become particularly active building their winter dams in preparation for the cold season. The beaver is mainly nocturnal, so they keep working under the light of the full moon. This week is the peak of the Leonid Meteor Shower. Meteors are often called shooting stars, even though they are not stars. They look like bright streaks of light zipping across the sky. They occur all the time, but honestly, most of us aren't outside looking up at the sky all that often. If we were, and we had clear, dark skies, we could see about 4 meteors per hour on a good night. But by night, I mean after midnight. You're more likely to see meteors in the hours before dawn than in the hours just after sunset. That is when the part of the Earth that you are on is turning into any debris out in space. During evening hours, the physical Earth is blocking most of those meteoroids from coming into our atmosphere. It's basically the same reason insects hit your windshield rather than the back window of the car. As I said, we call these streaks of light shooting stars, but they aren't stars. They are tiny pieces of rock from outer space that are zipping through our atmosphere. Friction heats them up and heats the air around them, which actually glows, giving us that streak of light. Most of the time, the particles that create the meteor is only about the size of a grain of sand or a pebble. Many of these are debris left behind by comets that passed by. Comets are dirty snowballs made of ice, dust, and rock. As a comet gets closer to the sun, it warms up and leaves a trail of debris behind. Some of these comet orbits are near to Earth's orbit, so we move through this debris cloud as we travel around the sun. Hello, more meteors for us to see. This is called a meteor shower. Since we know the comet orbits, we know when we'll have these meteor showers. What we don't always know is how many meteors we will see during the shower. Every November, Earth crosses the orbit of comet Temple-Tuttle. Temple-Tuttle comes by every 33 years. We usually see 30 to 50 meteors per hour during this meteor shower. We're near a weak point, a weak part of the Temple-Tuttle debris field this year, so we may see fewer. In 1833, there were reports of 200 plus meteors per hour at the peak of the meteor storm. If you watch these meteors and draw a line backwards along its path, you'd see that they seem to radiate from the constellation Leo the Lion, hence the name Leonids. The best time to look for these meteors is between 1 a.m. and 6 a.m. on November 17th. The closer to sunrise you can get, the more likely you are to see some meteors. What is the best way to watch a meteor shower? Well, first of all, find a dark location with a clear view of as much of the sky as possible. Sit in a lawn chair and grab a blanket. It is November after all. You want to lay back and look up and view the sky. Scan the sky back and forth. While the meteors radiate from the constellation Leo, they probably won't be in Leo, so look all around. And be patient. Bring some music or podcasts to listen to. Let us know in the comments if you were able to see any meteors. Well, that's our sky for this week. Thanks for joining me in our virtual planetarium. We look forward to seeing you in our real planetarium in the future. Until then, subscribe to our channel and like our video, and keep looking up.